You know what time it is. Advent calendar time. Woo! This is the 11th, which is just wild, to be honest. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's very bumpy. Oh. I need two hands. Yeah, it's a little tree. I bet you it lights up. Oh. Oh, oh, maybe. We need to pull the little thing. Aha! Oh, it's multicolored too. Isn't that cute? It's Friday, so that's good, right? It's like, oh, it's 1 already. I'm making lunch, and I was going to get a new sponge out, but I wanted to show you. So it's really not that exciting at all, but I've got these pop-up sponges from Trader Joe's. I don't know if you've seen these before, if you shop at Trader Joe's, but I love them. Oh, it's so shiny. And I think they're, in theory, better than a lot of, like, sponges made from natural vegetable cellulose. That seems like a good thing to me. And basically, this has, what? Yeah, 12 sponges. And each one of them is, like, this size. And what you do is as you get them wet, they expand. And I just think it's like the funnest thing ever. Great little sponge, not too expensive. Yeah, my excitement for Friday. Well, it's like 5:25 and it's pitch black outside. Great, grand, wonderful, isn't it? Oh, it's been so gray and dreary today anyway. I feel like it barely made a difference that it got dark out, but it's quite dark now, quite dark. But so day 11 for Better Hops Advent calendar. Getting that out of the fridge now. I'd be lying if I said I didn't know what it is. I admittedly just was scrolling on Instagram and I ran into the Bitter Pops video about it. So I couldn't not look. Didn't look at the can though, but alright. Dr. Pangloss Black IPA from Pollyanna Brewing Company. So I'm kind of excited for this. Hello everybody and welcome back to day 11 of our Bitter Pops Advent calendar today. Not Freshie Friday, but it is Friday and it is time for the beer for today. So today we have Pollyanna Brewing Company Dr. Pangloss. I think Pangloss. It's a black IPA, which I think for a lot of like kind of industry type people, they like rant and rave about black IPAs. So I've only had a few. I've never seen anything wrong with them. I kind of get why they're not like catching on. They're not, you know, like fruity, juicy, like super easy to drink kind of beers. They're usually like, you know, like a darker beer, like a little roasty, a little malty, and then they have like, you know, normal kind of bitter hops. So let's see how this one is. Crack into it. There's a little, I don't know, some notes on the side, so we'll get into that. But yeah, Pollyanna is out in the suburbs. I should probably know where. We'll read. It's probably on the can, right? But I was actually just listening to a Chicago Beer Pass podcast. I'm like way behind on like all of my podcasts, but they were talking about how Pollyanna is always like winning all the awards. So I think that must say something. They must make beer. They make good, I mean, they must make beer. They do make beer. They must make good beer, at least beer that's like winning awards. So it's beer that the people that get to say what beer is good think is good. Does that make sense? Hopefully. But yeah, Pollyanna is in Lamont, Illinois. Cool. So yeah, so there's information here. Named after the philosopher from Voltaire's Candide. Dr. Pangloss, I'm probably mispronouncing it then. It's probably supposed to be pronounced differently. Oh well. Viewed most situations with unwarranted optimism. Sarcastic, erratic, and fantastical. This beer lives by the mantra that all is for the best in the best of all possible worlds. Not defined by a traditional style, Dr. Pangloss is brewed with a blend of American hops and a balanced amount of roasted malts to pair with the intense citruses. So, I mean, it sounds good. The guy is rather creepy, but beer. Sounds good. Very dark, not transparent at all. Like, you could probably tell me it's a stout, and I'd be like, oh, okay, it looks like a stout until you taste it. So, oh, smell first. Oh yeah, you get the hop smell, and this is like a throwback. I know, well, it might be part of the malts. Something in here smells like, did anybody else have the Mr. Planters peanut beer from Noon Whistle? Was that 2 years ago? A year and a half ago? A while ago? Something about that smells like that, and I don't know if it's like a rye kind of malt situation or if it's a hop. But smells kind of similar to that. So let's take a sip. Has a similar vibe to that. Not quite as salty and peanutty kind of, but something like dry and like, I think it's like the roastiness. I think like the roastiness is what kind of gives it that character. But mouth feels quite nice, nothing heavy or anything like that or thick. As you can see, the head is very like smelling, but you can't see. I don't want to spill, but it's like very soft and fluffy. Pretty bitter, which I think is to be expected, both with like the more like roasty malts, they can get kind of, you know, like chocolatey coffee bitter. But this bitter is, I would say, mostly like a hop bitterness, at least on my palate. But there's definitely some good like citrusy kind of hop characters that kind of balance out like the roasty malt as well. But it didn't say, no, this is a blend of American hops and a balanced amount of roasted malts, so it doesn't say exactly what they are. But anyway, 6.6% ABV. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I did not check to see if Pollyanna or Bitter Pops has these. I haven't seen it, but I haven't been looking for it, so I have no idea. But I will try to include that down below if this is something that you're interested in, if you're into the Black IPA, you know. But with that, I'm going to continue on with my cozy little Friday evening. I hope you guys had a good week. Hope you made it through, and hope you're ready to enjoy the weekend. And I will see you guys next time with day number 12. But until then, drink festive beer. Hello! We have switched to a cozy sweatshirt. And I am just now like finishing up with work, which is like it's really my fault. The last 2 hours have been half me on my Instagram because I uploaded my Bitter Hops Advent beer already, and then half me being like, oh nope, I need to finish this thing. So my bad there. Not the most productive work that I've ever done, but I got what I needed to do, and I just shut down my computer for the weekend. Good feeling. I should be updating you on this plant. This would be exciting. I've been taking pictures. So I have a Monstera. It's got a more scientific name, but you know what it's called. And it's the one, I guess, I don't know if this is specific, but it like can have the little holes in it. I think those are different. Like that's part of the scientific name is that. But it's really, honestly, it's doing well. There have been some days I've been slightly concerned. All of the tips are kind of like leaning down, and that's kind of concerning me. And then I don't know if you can tell here, but there's like this water, and I actually looked it up, and I think I am overwatering it. And also like in my mind, the tips going down also makes sense. Like if you were a plant and there was too much water on you or in you, if you lean down it would drip off, right? I don't know if I don't know. I feel like plants are smarter than we give them credit for, but what I wanted to show looks so much nicer when it's sunny out, but I have a leaf coming in. It started off just as a little, like, it was all like coiled up like down there, and it's like, it's expanding, it's growing, and it's already got one of the little like holes in it. I don't know, I'm like so excited. I feel like a really proud plant mom, like I'm doing something right. I know what you're thinking. I'm like basically a gourmet chef. Am I not? I'm not. This is the Trader Joe's mandarin orange chicken. bag. I put some onions in the pan with the sauce, and I made some rice in my rice cooker. But it smells real good. I had a piece of the chicken. It was tasty, so it's gonna be a good dinner. One of my favorites, as you probably saw last week when I bought it, but love it. It just smells so good. All right, we are making cookie dough. Well, looks like cookie dough to me, I think, I hope. So I'm gonna cover this up, and then put it in the fridge until decorating time tomorrow.